I'll send her the video
Can you
for
hear
free.
me? Can you hear me now? Hello? Don't count this as my time. Okay. My name is Helen, and I'm very new to this, as you can probably see from the fear in my eyes. I only started about a month ago, but I can't even believe I'm doing this because I spent most of my life being painfully shy. You couldn't have paid me enough money to get up here willingly a couple years ago. But here I am, and I like doing this now. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. It probably comes from my school days. I went to a Baptist school. That explains a lot. You'll see. Anybody else go to a Christian school here?
Yes.
Woo! All right. Well, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about Baptist guilt. It is real. Most people, when something bad happens to them, they think, why, God, why? Why do bad things happen to good people? Not me. Something bad happens, I automatically assume at some point in my life I did something bad to deserve it. Like, I had a couple of impure thoughts about Jason Momoa. Ooh, yeah. Probably lingered a little too long. That's why my transmission blew up. Or I stole lip gloss 30 years ago. That's probably why I got dumped. Speaking of getting dumped, I just went through a really bad breakup. We were together 4.5 years. I thought he was the love of my life. We lived together, had to move out. It was a bad time. But that's not the worst part about the breakup. The worst part, and this is a true story, the week that I got dumped, my favorite toy died. This was the sex toy that was going to get me through weeks of celibacy, and it crapped out on me at the worst possible time. I mean, have you ever been rejected by a man and a sex toy in the same week? It's a bad time. Definitely a blow to the ego for sure, but it's okay. You don't have to feel sorry for me anymore. I got a new shower head, so I'm all good. So I've been single for a few months now, and I've been doing some dating, online dating. Isn't online dating crazy?
No.
No. Nothing's crazy for Alice. Well, what I don't understand is why guys think the best icebreaker is a dick pic. I mean, you show remotely any interest, and that's the first thing they want you to see, and they're very proud of it too. Well, some have more to be proud of than others, but you know. And a lot of women might like that, but I find it strange because I think, you know, what if this was real life? Like, I'm in a bar and a guy walks up to me and says, "Hey, beautiful, what's your name?" And I turn around and talk to them, and there it is on full display. "Say hello to my little friends." I don't think it would go over very well.
No.
He probably wouldn't get a date from me, but maybe he'd make a love connection in jail later that night. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like a good idea. Another thing that doesn't seem like a good idea is lying on your dating profile, because people will find out. And I've noticed that guys will lie about not even big things, they'll lie about little things too. I was talking to this guy one time. We decided to meet up for lunch, and so I get to the restaurant, and I see him walking up to me, and he looks a lot like his profile picture, but he comes up a little short. No, literally, he was up to here on me. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it said he was 5'10" on his dating profile, so obviously I was wearing flip-flops, so that was a lie. But everybody has their preferences, so it was really awkward. I didn't know what to do or what to say, so I just patted him on his head and said, "I'm sorry, buddy, you gotta be this tall to ride this ride." And then I left. I don't know, is that wrong? I'm not good at this dating thing yet. Well, I'm scrolling through those dating profiles. Another thing I don't like to see is guys who are really physically active. Because when I go on a date, I'm not trying to do any work. I just want to have a good time, you know? Yeah. If you want to go hiking, rowboating, kayaking, I'm not your girl. Long walks on the beach, how about a short stroll from the stairs to shore where we sit down and have some beers, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot better to me. But I feel like I'm misrepresenting myself. I'm not totally lazy. I will walk a couple of blocks if we can't find a good parking space at the bar. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. Well, I'm getting older, and the older I get, the more I feel like my the list of qualities I'm looking for in a man is unrealistic. My list used to be something like tall, handsome, fit, have a nice job making 6 figures a year, own a nice home, own a nice car, be kind, be a gentleman, be able to make love to me for an hour every night. Little things like that, you know. Unrealistic, I know. So I've come up with a new list, and it's just the very few things I won't compromise on. And the first is personal hygiene. You can't you can't smell like ass or be visibly soiled.
Absolutely.
You have to have a clean mouth, and well, most of your teeth. I mean, I am from South Georgia, so I might accept a couple missing, just not the ones right up front. That might be a deal breaker.
Yeah, right up front.
Gotta have a job, any job, I don't care, as long as they can feed themselves and maybe buy me a meal occasionally. I should probably mention, since I'm talking about being from South Georgia, we also can't be related. Sorry, Uncle Jim. I know you've been holding out hope, but it's not going to happen. They have to have a car and a home, and they can't be one and the same, because I'm not going to Netflix and chill in the front seat of your sedan. Too old for that now. They got to be this tall, as I said, and they got to, it's very important, be able to rise to the occasion or take a pill to make it happen. You know, I feel like I've hijacked this whole comedy routine to just showcase my dating profile. I feel like I'm in one of those cheesy 80s dating profile videos. Have you guys ever seen those?
Yeah.
I'm just missing the big hair and the bush. But but maybe I'm just being too picky, you know. I feel like I'm kind of being a snob. Maybe I should just go with the mirror test. You stick a mirror under their nose, and if it fogs up, they're acceptable to date. All this talk about dating has reminded me when I was younger, I was never into playing sports because I was terrified of getting hit in the face with balls. But look at me now.